We are going to discuss XRP's price. I wish to dissect it. We received calls for $20 XRP. People are requesting $3 XRP. People have been requesting a $7 XRP. What will the actual price of XRP be? We will have a conversation about it. We will be discussing VanEck. Please pardon me and their forecast of approval of Solana ETF Sailor. Michael has such much to accomplish and such little time with Microsoft Bitcoin. Let's get started with a Bitcoin transaction of $93,779. It has increased by 2.1% over the last day. 3,107 is Ethereum's current value. At the moment, it is down 77%. Both USDT and USDC are entering at their respective dollar pegs. At $1.12, XRP is now trading. I'm telling you this because it's amazing that I don't have to mention that XRP is up 1 point right now. 9% of the $3 trillion cryptocurrency market cap. Where are we headed from here, with $142 billion? It's really easy. We will test $98,000 to $100,000 before increasing Bitcoins. Put it on paper and post it on your refrigerator. Because that's what's going to happen next. Do you recall what Rip said? Justin Saylor, Michael to purchase Bitcoin for its treasury and then submit to the Microsoft board the following month. This is intriguing, and you recently saw that Michael Saylor was negotiating with Twitch's CEO to allow Twitch to add Bitcoin to the treasury. The movement is taking place. It isn't quite mainstream yet. That will happen soon. When it is, that is. It's time to go. It is parabolic. There is a surge of money flowing in because of the hysteria. Although we haven't arrived yet, it forecasts the surge in Solana ETF approval following the elections. According to the report, VanEck's analyst anticipates a spike in Solana ETF filings. The election of Trump resulted in changes to regulations. Altcoin ETFs have raised skepticism from the SEC. According to this article, Solana ETFs are almost ready to be implemented. Matt Siegel, the incoming head of digital asset research, offered his thoughts on its chances of success on Friday, the 15th. Siegel stated that the new administration will probably end the regulatory impasse at the SEC. According to this, the Trump administration will be more supportive of promoting capital formation and innovation in digital assets. He also criticized the present leadership of the SEC in a variety of ways. And keep in mind that the news is beginning to appear. That is surrounded by Gary Gibson. Yes, exactly. We're going to step down. Before the year ends, it will take place. If we had more Christian Carlo or someone like Brian Brooks, that would be great. And there, all of the open lawsuits against these cryptocurrency businesses and sectors will immediately cease. Additionally, the proliferation of ETFs in the U.S. will begin. According to the state's analysts, the Solana ETF would not be permitted by the SEC since the asset does not have a regulated future market. Numerous crypto ETF products have been approved by the majority of nations, including the EU. Look, I have been discussing this for a while now when we are examining currencies to determine where to put our money. Our goal is to investigate what the institutions are purchasing. What Twitter is purchasing doesn't matter to me. What the institutions are purchasing is more important to me than what YouTube is purchasing. The institutional buyers are contributing a ton of money, more than any social media influencer could bring. The institutions want it, I want it, and I'll be okay if I can figure it out before they fully ape in and get in. I'll put things right. Solana was perfect. Look, we had the opportunity to reach Solana in the early days, but we were unaware that the institutions desired Solana at that time. Earlier in the year, it became evident. We arrived at Solana at about 130 at that point. As I previously stated, I think Solana will be a 10x increase when we reach $100 age, so we're now staring at a new all-time high, but it's still early. Very secure 10x, as I mentioned, the simplest 10x in crypto is the H-bar. Take a look at that thing that went from 5 cents to nearly 20 cents. We're having a great time in just a few days. Solana ETFs, which will be XRP ETFs, will be available when the institutions arrive. These assets will be pumped by the big money once it enters. If Bitcoin isn't a dangerous asset, it's that easy. What would happen to the lore of Bitcoin if monetary policy became more responsible and inflation decreased? Policy a new stablecoin, perhaps. Hear me out, you participate in that type of learning. What are your thoughts? What is the position? Yes. We believe there has been a sort of misunderstanding that, to be honest, has been spread by numerous articles and crypto studies. Describing Bitcoin as a dangerous investment. Bitcoin is obviously a dangerous investment, isn't it? It is erratic. It's still pretty fresh and hasn't been tested for a while. It has seen regulatory uncertainty, but that is not the same as being hazardous, which suggests that you should rise and fall in tandem with stocks. Fundamentally, Bitcoin's risks and return drivers differ greatly from those of stocks and the majority of other so-called risk-on assets. Most institutional investors and wealth advisors must understand this difference because it completely alters the role that Bitcoin can play in a portfolio if it is uncorrelated, which is essentially what it suggests it is. This is where you get the potential for it to be a hedge against some of the macro risks that exist, such as inflation and monetary devaluation, which are some of the global fiscal sustainability concerns. Quite fascinating, isn't it? Inquiries: what are our next steps? And Charles, what part will Ripple stablecoins play in this new period we are entering? Hoskins now spoke with David Schwartz after speaking with Brad Garlinghouse. Jed McCallum has spoken with him. In response, Jed McCallum said he could verify that Hoskins had a meeting with them. People, you can tell that something is cooking for the others. I have no idea what it is. I'm not sure how to guess. It's presumably interoperability of some kind, which is fantastic, isn't it? Bring everything together. Allow these three businesses to collaborate. This is significant news. All we need to do is make sure it results in something. Holy crap, ADA has been on a whole other level of terror. Today, it's up 12% to 83 cents. You enjoy seeing it. I have an ADA. I'm enjoying the gains, so I'm not whining. To be honest, I would really like to see XRP surpass $5 as well. For example, right now I can leave and sort of put up the old boots, but it will happen eventually. Do not be concerned. But that's what I want to discuss. I will not read this article. He provides you with a monthly timeline update. You have cryptocurrency. Alright, here are his channels. The key Fibonacci levels that he has identified range from $7.57 at 1.236 to 1.618 on XRP, which would get us to $27. The 1.618 at $27 kind of matches what reliable cryptocurrency sources are saying about pushing XRP up into the $20 region. Is he correct? Who knows? Is he mistaken? Who knows? I've discussed this for a while in 2017 and 2020, but it's far too early to tell. Here's what I want to say. In 2017 and 2020, XRP reached its highest point in both bull cycles. We were cut short, but it makes no difference because XRP was able to increase its market capitalization by 6% on the total cryptocurrency market during each of those cycles. 6% correct if we use those figures and assume that XRP will reach 6% market capitalization this cycle, as it has in each of the other bull runs I've participated in. Alright, and we anticipate that the entire market value of cryptocurrencies will reach $7 trillion. Watch this $7 trillion if we do some basic math and I can figure it out mentally. According to the latest data, the circulating quantity of XRP is 53.3 billion, or 6% of 7 trillion, or 420 billion. That means the market value of all cryptocurrencies will reach 420 billion, correct? At 6%, XRP's market capitalization would be that amount. With a market valuation of $420 billion or 6% of the $7 trillion, XRP would be valued at about $7.88. The entire amount of money that we anticipate seeing in the cryptocurrency provides XRP with $7.88, and assessment targets have been 4 to 7 for me. Isn't that what I'm looking at? Now, is it possible to observe the parabolic blow up top that causes this device to venture into double-digit territory? 100% I've come here for a reason, and I'm going to tell you about my sweet spot. Because, people, $7 is the sweet spot on XRP when we look at the arithmetic, the data, and the history.